Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some Farming Simulator 25
Find your next
here
pass.
on Elm Creek and our new series that we're doing here, Rags to Riches. We have gotten out of the rags part. We are getting into the riches part now. So we're waiting for the game to load in. We did get our field that we are going to put cows and other animals on. We got our grass field planted. Did a few contracts totaling about, I don't know, 20-ish thousand. And we've got our products loaded up, ready to go, so we can sell them. And we got a few things to do on our farm, so let's go ahead and get. And we did get this tractor. I sold a bunch of flour to get this. This tractor was 150 something thousand, but I spent 203 on it to get the full horsepower. It's a 383 horsepower tractor, so we did sell. I did sell a bunch of flour to do that. Like I said, we didn't do a whole lot of contracts. There's not a whole lot of contracts for us to do, so we may not even be doing any today. But we do have a third tractor now. All right, let's go ahead and get our products sold here. All right. So yeah, 270,000. We did get our dessert factory in up there, and it is producing for us really well. Let's just drop that off. So we're about halfway to the mower. All right, let's go ahead and get in our harvester. It looks like we have, yep, our rice field and our oat field are ready to be harvested. So let's get those. And we're not going to replant the rice field just yet. We're going to wait for the sorghum, which will be in the next month. So we can combine that whole field into rice, and then when our smaller of our two wheat fields get done, we're going to plant sorghum there. Alright, so, and this tractor was a really good deal. Like I said, I paid $203,000 for it, but that was to put the wide tires and weights, and also go from 300 horsepower to 383 horsepower, and it only had 12 hours on it, so basically it's a brand new tractor. We're going to use it to pick up our straw here. We'll let him get through at the headlands first. To show you what we've done, we have our popcorn factory, we have the dessert factory. I did go ahead and build this farm supply production, and it's only making straw silage and stone mineral feed. I just purchased a bunch of stone to put in there, and then this one we just had to add. I mean, our straw's coming from our greenhouses. That's the only different thing we have. I added that with the contract money that I did. We are, like I said, about halfway to being able to purchase our mower. So hopefully in the next month we'll be able to do that. And we are going to start just kind of focusing on our farm stuff. Because once we get that mower, which, I mean, we have until November to get it, but we'll go ahead and buy it. We need to get a baler as well. We have our third tractor, so I'm probably going to use that smaller Duke's Ford tractor that we have to just do stuff around the farm, you know, like gather our pallets. Probably will convert it over to, looks like he missed a little bit right there. I don't know why. We'll probably have to come back and get that. He may get it on this pass though. We'll see. But we are gonna just dump this straw into our production building. And the straw for our oat field. We'll just leave the straw in here until we get all of it harvested. Don't know why he's doing 2 headlands on this area, but okay. Like I said, we're going to let this field of sorghum come in before we replant, because we're going to combine these 2 fields together and make it into one rice field. And then, like I said, we'll plant sorghum in our smaller of our 2 wheat fields that we have. Hope everybody is doing well today. I am doing pretty good. Go ahead and get into our harvester so we can grab that little bit when it gets done here. Alright, let's go ahead and go put this rice in our production. And we'll turn right around and start our oat field. All right. But as you see, we still, like I said, we did spawn out a lot of flour, but we're still sitting at 430,000 liters. So we're going to use that as kind of a savings account, so to speak. Sell it when we need it. I think we're going to be okay even without doing contracts. We're not going to get many contracts for the rest of the year. We might get some. We'll look at doing some contracts. It really just depends on if they're worth going to get. Right now we have a cultivating, but that one's only worth $1,000 and it's way up top, so it's not really. And the only harvesting contract that would be worth doing is carrots, and we can't do that because we don't have the harvester that we would want to use for that. That one's got the pull beside harvester, which is hard to do with a worker, so. Hello, Newton Blevin. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. If you have any questions about anything, I'll explain. Right now we're just harvesting our oat field. I'm picking up the straw. Huh? What do you mean what happened, bud? Not sure what you mean, but about what happened. So I'm not sure what you mean by what happened. You playing with? Oh, I'm playing with a bunch of mods. Yeah, uh, a lot of production mods, some equipment mods, some quality of life mods, like picking up straw off of more. Um, like it, I have the one where you get straw off of pretty much all the grain crops. Um, the better contracts mod. I have the mod where you can plant rice with a regular planter and not have to build rice fields, where you can just plant rice in a regular field. Mainly because unless it's a very flat map, it's hard to build a rice field to keep the land level. But we're doing okay. Like I said, I do have quite a few different production mods in. Some equipment mods, like this particular mod here is an extra large capacity forage wagon. It also has a trailer and a water trailer that holds like 200,000, which is, you know, unrealistic. This one holds 260,000 of either grass or straw or whatever. But it just makes it for making content, not having to stop and unload every time you fill up. Well, he's coming back this way. Let's get out of his way. Hello, Nub. Yeah, it is. I love the game. I wasn't able to play this game for quite a while because there was a sound glitch where my game sound kept going out. And the most recent updates in the game fixed whatever the problem was, because I would play for about 20-30 minutes and my game sound would just stop. And, you know, it's kind of boring when it's just me talking, no noise whatsoever. So I did get to go back, and we've been playing it pretty hard. I'll be streaming Farming Sim 25 at least 3 or 4 days a week. Pretty much all I've streamed this past week has been this. I normally stream 3 or 4 times a day, but we've got some bad weather coming in, and we needed to go do some stuff today to get prepared for that. Had to get my hair cut and needed to get a few things from the grocery store and things like that, just in case we can't get out because of ice and stuff. So I just decided to stream this again tonight. Now tomorrow we'll be doing our 7 Days to Die in the morning. TCG Card Shop Simulator will be tomorrow evening or afternoon, I guess you could say, about 2 o'clock Central. And then we'll be doing our Stardew Valley at 6:30, somewhere in there. But yeah, I do play with a lot of mods. When we get ready to move on to the next month, I'll save and back out and show you what mods I have. It's too many to name. We'll go through the mod list here in just a little bit. Like I said, we'll finish up this month, which is just going to be harvesting this field and getting it replanted with oats. I am not playing with seasons because I started this series. I started with just a tractor and a fertilizer spreader and 4 bags of fertilizer and no money. So I've had to earn all the equipment and stuff like that. I didn't have a harvester. I didn't have anything. So we just did contracts and then bought other pieces of equipment to do contracts with until we could get all the stuff we need. That harvester is also a mod, the same mod as that's got this trailer. It holds 200,000 liters, so I pretty much can harvest any field without having to stop. And it just makes it a little better for, you know, doing streaming and recordings and stuff, because it doesn't, you don't have to stop and empty it so many times. Helps us progress a little faster. We are in the second year, September. So we played a full year because we started in August. So this is the second month of the second year. We've got quite a few productions. We have a lot of greenhouses that are producing things for us to help us speed along to get money, because like land, we're buying all the land on this map across, up below the railroad tracks, which is right up there. So everything all the way to the other side of the map is what we're planning on buying. We'll be doing all crops except for spinach, because the spinach harvester is $600 something thousand and it only harvests one crop. There is a modded harvester that we got that harvests everything but spinach. You know, we don't have it like personally yet, but all right, let's go ahead and get him excuse me, out of the way. We'll dump off our oats here in the windmill. This is a mod. This windmill makes flour, oils, and sugar. So it's kind of a combination mod for all the stuff we need for other productions. But we'll go through the productions that we have once we get this field going here. Just go park him over here out of the way. Actually, we need to fill him up with diesel. This is another mod. We'll have to back him in probably. This buying station here, you can pretty much buy all the products in the game other than some of the modded products. I need to get this part maybe. Yeah, nope. Still haven't gotten where I need to for diesel. Let's drop this off. Pull it in that way maybe. It'll give us the there we go. Or we can refill. That didn't really do, did it? Let's try again. Start. Why is it not giving me my gas? There we go. That just keeps us from having to build something else to get fuel from. Let's go ahead and set him over here. I'm out of the way. Let's go ahead and finish picking up the straw. Then we'll fertilize and lime and refertilize, and then we will plow and plant, and that'll be pretty much all we have to do for this month. So we'll move on, and like I said, we will I'll back out into the menu to show you what mods we have. Yeah, there's a lot of good mods for this game for sure. I haven't even looked through all of them. This mod here is a fermenting silo, so it makes TMR for us. It makes the silage, it makes the hay, it does all of it for us, so we don't have to use a TMR mixer, which just saves time, because we do plan on having about 6 or 7 cow barns, but we've got to get our grass harvest in first, so we'll have grass to make TMR, so it'll be probably December before we can do that. Let's go ahead and get our fertilizer spreader hooked up here. This is also a modded fertilizer spreader that holds 4,000 liters of fertilizer spreader, and it spreads out about 50 yards, so most fields, you know, medium to small fields, we can fertilize in just a couple of passes. Again, just saves time. I do plan on doing a survival challenge at some point, to where I just start off with a tractor, a trailer, and a chainsaw, and it'll be on a build your own farm type map. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do yet. Alright. That field should be done. Just go ahead and move him over and leave him off to the side for a minute. Jump in our other tractor here and get our lime spreader. Let's go ahead and fill up our lime spreader while we're doing that. We just recently got the lime spreader, so I haven't been putting lime on our fields. So now as we replant, we are liming our fields. Let me go ahead and top this off. There are a lot of good mods though, and I use quite a few, and I add more as I'm going here. Let's go ahead and fill up on lime there. Let's get this field limed. And normally I put workers on this stuff, but since this is all we have to do in this month on our farm, I'll just do it myself. Turn on our magic lines here. Alright, let's go ahead and unfold. I do have crop destruction off just because it makes it easier for turning around. Alright. Okay, so we're about done lambing here, and then we're going to refertilize, and then we will plow and then plant. So let's finish this up here. Alright, it has been lambed. Him hooked up on the plow, and we'll refertilize, plow, and then plant. Excuse me. Now we'll set the worker off on this so I can refertilize, because it doesn't matter about the fertilizing now that there's been a different stage. So let's go ahead and let the worker do the field while we're refertilizing. Then we'll hook up our tractor that's got the fertilizer spreader onto the seeder. We're just going to let him go. We'll follow him behind him here. Like I said, it doesn't really matter how we do the fertilizer as long as there's a stage in between. And we've limed in between the last fertilizer spreading. So go ahead and finish this field up. Alright, and we're going to replant oats in that field. So let's go ahead and drop our fertilizer spreader off. Alright. Let's change this to oats. We're going to let him get done plowing the field and then we'll plant it. A sip of water real quick. Alright, and I'll go ahead and play one of my songs that I've written. This is my Fun on the Farm song that I wrote about Farming Sim 25. So
Your rock plays gaming and farming simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do. Planting and harvesting and tending animals too. Tractors are the tool that you use most of all, but many other machines will keep you from a fall. Planting the fields with planters and seeders, fertilizer spreaders and pulling weeds with weeders, spreading lime to increase the yield of the fields. Combine harvesters and trailers help seal the deal. Plowing up the fields after we get done, then replanting the seeds. Farming has begun. Your rock plays gaming and farming simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do. Planting and harvesting and tending animals too. Many different productions to help bring in the cash. Greenhouse growing crops fast in a flash. Chips and soups and even lots of oils. Bread and cakes selling fast so they don't spoil. Wooden beams and log planks will help you get rich, and a real good winch to pull you out the ditch. Clothes made from sheep wool and harvested cotton, and plenty more productions that I haven't forgotten. Your rock plays gaming and farming simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do. Planting and harvesting and tending animals too. So as you're stopping by and watching some farming, don't forget to hit the buttons that would be charming. All these farming things that I've been explaining, come have some farm fun with your Rock Plays Gaming. Your Rock Plays Gaming and Farming Simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do. Planting and harvesting and tending animals too.
All right. Get this oat field planted, and then like I said, we're going to move on to the next month and load up our products and see how much money we can make. We're going to go ahead and get turned around here. Go ahead and do this little edge, give us some turnaround room here. Alright, so almost done. Like I said, this is going to be a short month for us. Alright. Let's get this little piece we missed. Alright. One more pass and we will be done. Go ahead and fill our seeder back up. Before we move on. I didn't mean to do that. We'll have a little mess up there. That's alright. Okay, this field is plenty. Let's get over here to our filling station, see if we can get the seed thing to line up. Nope. Nope. Let's back it in there and see if we can't get the seeds lined up here. Don't hit the water chute. Yep. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and pull him over. we'll go ahead and hook up to our water trailer and top off all of our buildings that need water. Should be full. Close to being full anyway. Alright, and this is our little honey production that we have for producing just a little bit of honey. It doesn't make a whole lot, but it just takes water, corn, and wheat. And if we go into our productions here, this is the honey production. It takes corn, sugar, and wheat. The corn we have coming in from one of our greenhouses, and then we're going to be harvesting corn here pretty soon, so that'll do that. And then we have our other greenhouses, which produce a lot of different goods. Okay. And whatever's left will go in this other greenhouse over there. A little tight through here, but alright. We'll go park this back in front of our water thing, let it be filling up. Alright. And it will refill over time. Alright, one thing we need to do is pick up our trailer here. Let's go ahead and get up to our chicken house so we can pick up our eggs. And we're going to deliver them to whichever one needs eggs. I don't remember. There's two productions that use eggs now. Let's get up here and grab our eggs from our chickens. Deliver those. Alright, we just got one pallet right now. Probably take this one to our dessert factory. Let's see. It does need eggs. It doesn't have any. So we will take it. I don't think it needs the eggs yet until we start making some of this other stuff, which we need milk for, but we can go ahead and deliver them. Start putting eggs in there. Like I said, our sorghum should be ready next month. Let's double check and see here how that's going to work. Yep, sorghum will be the only thing. Grass, technically we could cut, but we're going to wait till November so it'll be fully grown. We're just going to run this tractor up here and deliver the eggs, and then we'll leave it up there to start picking up our pallets from production. Should have strawberry jam and whatever the other production is there that is making right now. It looks like strawberry jam and strawberry sorbet, which just needs strawberry water and sugar. we're doing good on all that. Strawberries will be transferred over into there as we sleep, so there we go. Eggs are there. And we'll spin him around. Get him over here to pick up our pallets in the morning. Don't know how many we'll get, but we'll find out. And that's pretty much all we can do on our farm, I believe. Yep, like I said, we have the sorghum field that'll be ready. We will combine these two fields together and plant rice. This wheat field, when it's done, we're gonna plant our sorghum here. Looks like our corn's got a couple more months. Our grass has a couple more months, even though it shows that it's almost done. We'll wait until November. Alright, so let's go ahead and sleep to the next month. And then I will save and go out and show you the mods that we have. Alright, let's go ahead and save. And then we'll go out to the main menu. And I'll show you the different mods that we have installed. I'm not going to read them all. I'll just let you... I didn't mean to do it that way. Yep. Alright, so these are the mods that we have. I'll just go down line by line, let you look. Some of these mods don't actually work properly, so I'm just leaving them alone. I'll eventually go through and clean those out. Like, I have a lot of mods in here that we probably won't use, but there are a lot that we will. So alright, well, that is our mod list. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get into our harvester. Let's harvest our sorghum. Let him do that while we're going around loading up pallets, which will take a little while. Then we'll get this field ready. Alright. Now this is going to take a while to load all these pallets. So I am going to play one of my New Year's songs while we're doing this. Actually, no, let's play our new thank you song that I wrote for viewers. All of my viewers that comment and chat or subscribe, and I catch the subscriptions, get their names put in a song. This is my 6th song.
This time again for your rock, to thank his friends, all the support he showed, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes, your rock play game and it dropping the mic. This time again for your rock, to thank his friends, all the support he showed, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes, your rock plays game and it's dropping the mic. Snow in the Texas Danger, right here in the stream. Cody Smith and John Connors go in between. Carter Weddings and Roger Burkett giving the love. James Reese inspired Mom 7-6 are flying like a dove. John Lorden and Lisa James are straight smiling. Mama Wolfing playing with Moxie, allow no defiling. Yeah, this time again for your rock, to thank his friends, all the support it showed, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes, your rock plays game and is dropping the mic. Tooling Rupture and Bunch Patrol yelling and screaming. Gaming with Ford Power will leave your face beaming. So not yours and Alice Vinacho be eating them chips, dipping them in salsa, Mexican cheese dip. Alfie's Mullet B watching TCG card shop. Derry Wood chopping trees and never ever stop. Never ever stop, never ever stop, never ever stop. Yeah, this time again for your rock, to thank his friends, all the support he showed, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes, your rock plays game and it's dropping the mic. Priscilla Norberto is living in Bobby's world. Watson and Emily Mendes make your toes curl. Hattie Asar is playing with Master Gamer. Nate Booker is chilling with no disclaimer. Melody Pure Music is writing them songs, as well as Luna's music. The rhythms are strong. Yeah, this time again for your rock, to thank his friends, all the support it showed, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes, your rock plays game and it's dropping the mic. Thanks again for hanging out with me, growing the channel as my eyes get misty. All these lovely people I've been naming, have a blessed day from your rock plays gaming.
Alright. Had a pallet fall off here. Let's get that put back up there. Alright, one more. Okay. Go ahead and lock those in. Alright, let's go ahead and harvesters. Oh, he's still got a little bit left. Load up a few of these pallets. Alright. Now these trees, we're only using trees on our property, even though the mod lets us do it, and I'm only cutting down a few trees at when we need them. Right now we still have 26,000 liters of wood in there, so I'll probably, when we get done with the stream, I'll probably cut down a few trees because I have to winch them over here because I don't have a proper logging trailer. Alright, let's get that up there. Should be able to get one of these in there. Alright, now our worker is done. We'll go ahead and move our harvester out. Get our sorghum dumped off up here in our silo for chickens. Let's actually check on our chickens, make sure they have plenty of food. They do. Go ahead, we'll just leave the harvester right there for now. Go ahead and get this wood loaded up. And yes, I'm doing this by hand because I do not like the forklifts or wheel loaders in this game. Takes me 3 times as long to do it. Do miss my auto load pallet trailers that we had in Farm Sim 22. There's supposed to be one in the mod that I have, but I haven't been able to find a trailer that does pallets, only bales. So we have to do this by hand, or get a forklift and watch me struggle for an hour to do the same job. It takes me 20-30 minutes. Alright. 2 more big pallets. We'll load these on top here. Go ahead and lock all that in. And let go of it. Alright, so we still got quite a few pallets to load up here. All right. Alright, we got 5 more pallets. We'll just drag them over to the sell point. Because we've already knocked off some stuff here. Go ahead and unload this trailer. It's not really meant for pallets, it is a bale trailer. Hello Mama Wolf, Andreas, welcome in. Andreas, thank you for raiding. Do appreciate that. Alright, let's go ahead and get those sold off. Alright, so we now have enough money to get our mower. Let's go ahead and get these last few pallets sold off. We should be able to get our mower and our baler actually, which kind of puts us ahead of the schedule a little bit. Still got a little bit of farm work to do. Let's go ahead and get these last few pallets sold. Then we'll go get on our field work. Yeah, but thanks for raiding Dreas. I appreciate it. And if you haven't checked out Dreas, go to his channel. There's a link there for you to go and check him out. Him and his other half, Amp, are both really good streamers. They do a lot of good content, so y'all go give them some love by subscribing to them. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up our forage wagon. Let's go get our straw. Actually, while we're looking here, let's go to our productions. How much straw do we have in there? We have enough straw. We'll probably just sell this little bit of straw just to get rid of it. Alright, we harvested our sorghum field. We just got to pick up the straw, and then we're going to combine these two fields together and make it one rice field. Alright, let's go ahead and lower that. Turn it on. This won't take us long to pick this up. We'll get a little bit of money out of it, not a whole lot. But we already have over 500,000 liters of straw, so we're good on the straw for right now. Until we get some grass in there and start using up some of that straw to make TMR for our cows that we don't have yet, we will so we'll just sell this. It's not going to be very much, but we really don't need it, so go ahead and do that. We'll be getting plenty more straw for our other fields. This is only going to be about probably 12,000 liters at most, maybe 13. Not going to be worth but maybe $1,000 bucks, but And again, we're not worried about picking up every little piece because we're just selling this anyway. We're sitting pretty good on money now. Of course, all that will be going away when we buy our mower and baler. But we'll need that for next month when we cut our grass field, which we will be getting to in this string. Alright. And if you do want to further support the channel, we do have memberships and super chats, things like that. None of that is required, but it will go to help support the channel if you would like. That would be much appreciated, but like I said, not required. We do this for fun, but having a little bit of extra cash doesn't hurt anybody. So, and you know, I know Dreas and Amp, they live here in Mississippi, but they live further north in Mississippi, and they're going to be getting a lot worse of the weather than I am. They will be getting quite a bit of snow and ice, I believe. I know my sister lives in Memphis, and they're projected to get several inches of snow and ice. So hopefully that won't affect them too bad. Hopefully they won't lose power and all that. So y'all be sending out your thoughts and prayers to all those people here in Mississippi who aren't used to this north weather. We don't get it very often, and we are not prepared for it. All right, so we are going to go ahead and fertilize both these fields real quick, and then we'll lime them. Actually, we'll fertilize, lime, and then we will plow, and then fertilize again, because we're going to be adding in some new area up here. Let's go ahead and get these fertilized here. Actually, we're going to have to plow before we lime, because this part that we're going to be adding is going to need limed as well. So we'll plow that row in, and then we will set the worker loose on the plow to plow the rest of the field. Alright. Should be good enough. Yep. This one's going to need more fertilizer, but we'll do that whenever we get it plowed. So we'll set a worker on the plow after we plow that one strip in to combine the two fields, and then we'll hook up to the lime spreader and do that. Alright, and so how we combine the two fields, if you are new to Farming Simulator and don't know, we're going to get lined up here, these two fields here. Kind of straight. Alright, and then we're going to lower it, and then we're going to hit the Y button. I'll show you here in the help menu. You hit the Y to allow to create fields, and we're just going to plow this strip in. Get it to the end here. Alright, and then we're going to hit Y again. Lift it up, and then we are going to let the worker do his thing. Go ahead and move our harvester now. Now next month we will be harvesting grass for the first time, and also I think our cornfield will be ready. We'll look at that here in just a second. Oh, looks like this wheat field might be ready, but yeah, it says our grass is ready now, but it's not going to be fully grown, so we'll wait until next month. But yeah, corn and wheat will be busy on the farm. That's going to be a lot of... Alright, let's go ahead and get hooked up to our lime spreader. It's going to take him a little bit to do that, so we're just going to let this guy sit and wait. And we're going to go ahead and get our mower and baler, but we're going to check the cell first to see if there's anything we want. Doesn't appear to be anything we need. That is a decent little truck, but we're not going to get it. We don't need it, so actually we could use that for chicken feed. Let's see how much it costs. We could use that for chicken feed. It holds what? Nah, that's not enough. I was gonna say if it would hold enough chicken feed, we could have done that. But let's go ahead and get our mower, which is gonna be, we're gonna get this one here. We are gonna supercharged. Sure, why not? We do want that. I think everything else is good. So let's go ahead and buy that. Alright. And then we're going to get the baler. We're going to get this round baler right here. We'll set up round bale net, film binding, empty. Alright, we're going to go with standard net, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and buy that. Alright, let's get this and we should be able to... Ooh, this thing is super fast with the supercharger. Not used to that. We can haul the baler back home. Now we won't use the baler on the back of the mower, even though we can. We'll do it with the tractor because we're only going to bale so many bales each time. And this thing books it. But we will be using this in the beginning of the next month, which we are going to be getting to in the stream because we're not going to be doing contracts. We're just going to work off our farm. Our productions are making enough money for us now that we don't need to do contracts. I might periodically do contracts off camera just when I have time to play when I'm not streaming. So, but pretty much we won't be doing any more contracts unless we have a month where we don't have anything to do on our farm, which isn't going to be very often. All right. We're going to go drop off the baler. And we're just going to put it on this lot right here because this is where we're going to be using it. Alright, so let's drop that off. We'll just get him set right here for next month. Now we can go drop off the plow. We're going to fertilize real quick again before we do the lime spreading. And then I'll put the worker on the lime spreader and get this guy set up to plant. Alright. What's going on here? There we go, stuck on the wall, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and fill this thing up. We only have to fertilize half of it because the rice at the top, whenever you harvest rice, it gives a stage of fertilizer. So we're gonna just go ahead and fertilize this half of the field. We may have to come back through this middle strip after we plant. We'll check on it. But that'll take care of that. We'll get the workers started on the lime here in just a second. Alright. Oh, he missed a spot on plowing. We're not going to worry about it this time. It's just that little spot for some reason they don't want to get. Alright, you sir. Let's start with the headlands, please. Alright. We're not going to worry about that little bitty spot because it's... Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll go ahead and get it. It's a little bit. It's not a lot, but we'll go ahead and get it. It ain't gonna take but 2 seconds. And it won't hurt to plow over it after it's been limed, so we'll just go get that part taken care of. Sometimes the workers just miss stuff on the fields. Nothing you can do about it. Alright, let's just plow that real quick. We need to get him some time to get the lime going anyway. Alright. Alright. let's get this thing hooked up. Alright, let's get it switched over to rice. Alright. Alright. So now, get this headland done. He is done with the lime spreading. So we'll actually turn it to the AI worker. Hit OK. Let him sort out where he wants to go. Let's go ahead and fold this up and fill it up. So we'll be needing it for 2 fields next month, it looks like. Alright, let's check our fertilizing of that. Yeah, it's just that one little strip. We may just leave that alone until next time. It's not going to make that big of a deal. Like I said, we are going to be harvesting grass. Looks like corn and wheat next month, which we'll be moving on to once he gets done planting that field. I am going to go ahead and we're going to hook this, take this tractor over to our baler and get it hooked up. So we're going to bale 20 bales after he gets done cutting, and then we'll pick up the rest of the grass and drop it into our fermenting silo for making of TMR. We'll go ahead and hook this tractor up to the baler. Alright, and we are going to change the bell size to 180 centimeters. Like I said, we could go ahead and cut the grass, but we'll get more if we wait. We just got to let this guy finish planting. Alright, well, let's go ahead and play another song while we're waiting here. It's one of my New Year's songs.
With a new song mix, so many supporting, it makes my heart twitch. 1,000 subs, I really can't believe, but my dream isn't done, so I gotta complete. Thanking all my streamer friends who have helped grow. Your rock plays game and loves you more than you know. We got Elm Creek Rags with her daily sub love and deconstruction gaming. My brother coming in from above. Looty, Mascooty, and Big J's gaming adventures. Strong fall down ball with a major chaos on some misadventures. My good friend Strignine, who is kind-hearted, taught me lots of stuff to help me get started. Trey is a cool dude with a real good vibe, and good old Shuggy Pie always in the and queen fish and son of a fish, always supporting the streamers, fulfilling their wish. It's 2026 with a new song mix. So many supporting, it makes my heart twitch. 1,000 subs, I really can't believe, but my dream isn't done, so I who have helped grow. Your rock plays game and loves you more than you know. Cozy cow, game of the morning, help me wake up, but she will help if she can, if she has her favorite cuppa. Mayhem inducing messes, some real cool cats. Catman 44 and Big Horizon swinging them bats. El Pappy and Shield Maiden coming from the north, and keep you rolling on as you go forth. Granny Gamer and Fire Lion, both hard to beat, and Simply Guffy and Amanda, amazing, both really sweet. Handsome Elite and Steel, never a hit in the beat. Victor's videos and Nancy driving up and down the street. Da Vinci Gaming and the girl Jessica wandering. Wicked Kitty and just Krista never leave you pondering. It's 2026 with a new song mix. So many supporting, it makes my heart twitch. 1,000 subs, I really can't believe, but my dream isn't done, so I gotta complete. Thanking all my streamer friends who have helped grow. Your rock plays game and loves you more than you know. Thanks to all of these and many, many more. I hope you all know I do love and adore so many people who have helped me gain the fame. Happy New Year
almost done, and then we'll be moving on to a new month. And got lots to do in that month. Probably won't finish everything because we'll have to do a lot of picking up of straw and grass and baling and things like that. We're going to start with the mowing, let him get going, and then we'll start baling after we get our harvester going on the other fields that we need to do. Got a couple of little spots here we missed, so we're going to grab those, and then we'll hit that last little line there. Oh. Okay. And that is our rice field planted. Alright. We're going to go ahead and refill our seeder here. So we got 2 fields to plant next month. We're going to start with the wheat field because it's the bigger of the 2. When we do that, we'll get is it going to cooperate? Nope. This thing doesn't back up very easy. Seeds, thank you. Alright, we'll just leave that right there for now. Alright, let's go ahead and I will worry about selling the products after we get all the field work done. I'll probably do that off camera. Let's go ahead and sleep. We may get it. We may do the products after. Alright, let's go ahead and let's look and see what's for sale today. Anything good? Well, there is another tractor, but it's only 180 horsepower, so we don't really need that. We don't need any of this. Alright. Let's go ahead and get him started on this big old wheat field up here. And our corn is also ready. We'll have to switch headers, but this is going to take a bit. So we'll go ahead and, like I said, I'll probably do the repurposing of all the fields off camera. Let's make sure he's good there. Let's go ahead and get him started. Let's get over to our mower. Let's get him started on mowing grass. This thing is super fast. Alright. Let's go ahead and set him up. We do want him doing headlands first. What? Alright, let's try that. He is not wanting to mow, so I guess we're going to be mowing. Alright, let's go ahead and lower our mower down. Let's turn it on. Oh wow, this thing goes super fast. Oh, we do need to do something here. We need to do... sure why. SWAT's dropping. Alright. Now that I've got the headlights done, I'm going to try the worker again. It may just be an issue with this modded piece of equipment, but we're going to see if we can't get the worker to do it. If we can't, we'll just finish it up ourselves. Alright, let's see. Yep, he's not going to do it, so that's fine. We may end up having to buy the other big M so we can use a worker to do this. But this one was cheaper, that's why I went with it, and it was a lot faster. I mean, I guess we only do this every 3 months. We could cut our grass. It's not going to take very long the way he's mowing through it. So. I do like the speed. Turns on the dime too. Actually, probably we'll just keep it because it is not taking us long. We're already about halfway done. Our harvester is going to be over there for a while, so we should get this done and be able to start baling. before he finishes for sure. Like I said, I'll probably finish off everything for this month off camera. Like I said, we won't be doing contracts. All I'll be doing is selling our products, picking up the straw, the grass, getting all our fields redone and planted. And then I will probably bring you back at the beginning of December. But we still got about another hour at least on this stream here. We're going to have a lot of work to do, but we should get done with a good bit of it in the stream. So hopefully I won't have a whole lot to do off. But like I said, I'll just be finishing up the fields and getting all the stuff done to have it ready, you know, to move on. And I need to cut down a few trees and haul them down there. So like I said, I'll do all that off camera. The products, I mean, I'll go ahead and sell them because we're going to have to load them up at the beginning of December as well. There's only one more production I think I'm going to bring in, and that will be a dairy production. Of course, we've got to get our cows going. We're also going to be getting goats and sheep pretty soon as well. So hopefully, I mean, we almost have enough to build a cow barn now. Once we sell the products, we will. So we'll be building a cow barn and possibly a goat or sheep pen as well, and the dairy. And then we'll start worrying about buying more equipment and more land. Still need one more tractor. I need another forage wagon. And I want to get another bale trailer just to use for bales. Doesn't have to be a very big one. It just needs to hold about 20 bales. So be looking at getting all that stuff. This mower is making a quick work of this. I was thinking about getting rid of this one and buying the other one, but I think I don't mind doing it with it being this fast. So we'll probably cut our grass when we need to. We'll be cutting grass again in February. Now in seasons I wouldn't be cutting grass after November until March or April, but I'm not playing with seasons on because I want to be able to plant whatever I want in whatever field I want whenever I want to do it. So not using the seasons part of the game right now. But we should have about another 200,000-ish worth of products to sell. Between 150 and 200,000, that's what we average. Again, like I said, the only other production I think I'm going to be bringing in right now is going to be the dairy. We may bring in another canning factory once we purchase the land down the map, down on the other side of the map for our vegetable crops and root crops that we'll be planting down there. We will be planting everything but cotton. We're not going to do cotton. And we're not going to do green spinach. So we'll do green beans, peas, carrots, parsnips, red beets, onions, potatoes, and sugar beets will be what we plant in those fields down there. Now field 10, or yeah, 10 that's next to us here, we are going to be getting that property next as far as property goes, and we're going to cut that one in half. Actually, probably in 3 parts. One part will be for production building, the bottom like odd shaped part of it, and then we'll create 2 more fields out of that, and that will be sunflowers and soybeans. And then we'll do the same with field 13 and field 30. We'll cut them in half, and we'll make those grain crops, which will be oats, sorghum, barley, and wheat. And then I think the rest of the fields will be root crops when we get to those. I mean, we still got a ways off before we can buy all that land. I will probably have enough to buy field 10 there, or pretty close to it, but I'd rather go ahead and get a cow barn and goat barn down and our dairy. So I'm hoping that we can do that with the money that we make from selling our products for this month and next month, which we should be able to do. I'd like to get 2 cow barns down, one for cows, one for buffalo, but we'll just have to see how much money we got, because I do want to build the goat enclosure as well, because that's going to get our dairy production that we're going to build going. And I'm going to be using a modded dairy production that makes a lot of different products. Like it makes ice cream and all different kind of stuff. So, and this building up here also needs milk. So, and we probably, once I get enough trees cut down up there, we're going to build another chicken house up there. It really just depends on how much I make off the products this month, because I figure I'll make at least the same amount next month, or close to it, and that'll kind of gauge, because the cow barn's $140,000 plus we have to buy the cows, plus we have the goat enclosure, which is going to be expensive because we're going to have to build our own fence and kind of get that, you know, to maximum capacity that we can. So it's going to take a little bit as well. Alright, be the last pass of grass here, which did not take us very long at all. Let's go ahead and cut our lights off. We don't need those anymore. And he is getting along that field pretty well. So we're going to be able to get all this done. Let's go ahead and turn it off, and we'll fold it up. And we are going to park our mower. It will pretty much live over here along with the baler. We'll just park him not in our tractor. Just park it right up here. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get baling here. Now I do want to turn this back on so I can keep up with our baler counter. So I want to get 20 bales. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut that on. And we got a little bit of a mess here because I forgot to cut wide swathing on. But we should be able to clean that up pretty quick. Now, I don't know how far we're going to get we get into these 20 bales, but we're going to make 20 to start with, just so we have enough grass to feed goats and sheep for a while, and then we'll bale as we need grass later on. I did not leave myself a whole lot of room here. We'll just go around it. But like I said, this field here, if we have enough money, I'd like to buy it before it's ready to harvest, so we can get the crop off of it. But if it's not, we're not going to worry about it. Alright, I need to turn on automatic drop here before we get done with this bale. We almost have our first bale. Like I said, we're keeping up with our bale counter so we know how many we've done, because I just want 20 bales. That'll be 10 for goats, 10 for sheep. So we're going to get 20 bales pretty quick here. Just trying to see how many liters the bale was, but I missed it. Looks like we're going to get about 3 bales per row. So these are 7,500 liter bales. Now we're not going to worry about doing the headlands right now. We'll do that once we get the forage wagon. We're just going to, because I want to keep all the bales on one side to keep them kind of out of the way. So we'll just finish cleaning up the headlands when we get our forage wagon going. So it looks like it's gonna take about 6 or 7 rows to get the 20 bales we want. Which will leave us quite a bit of grass to put into our TMR production. And so we'll definitely be, in December, we will be putting down a cow barn. We will be buying some cows. Don't know how many I'm going to buy. It really just depends on how much money we have. I'm thinking we should have pretty close to 450 to 500,000 once we sell all these products. Because we're going to have 2 months worth of products to sell. I'll be selling, like I said, I'll do the products for these off camera for this month, because we haven't done this yet. I wanted to go ahead and kind of showcase the grass cutting, the baling, and all that. It's the first time we've done it in this series. We've done it many times in Farming Simulator 25, just not in this series. But like I said, we're going to get our 20 bales done, and then we will get our forage wagon out and start picking up the rest of the grass. Because once we get done with this field, all we'll have to do is pick up straw for other 2 fields and get those ready. This one will just have to be fertilized, so we won't have to plant. The grass keeps growing. You don't have to replant the grass, so all we have to do is fertilize it every time. So we'll be able to do that once we get all the grass picked up off of it. But once we get these bales done, we're going to buy another trailer to put bales on. And I think I'm just going to keep them loaded on the trailer and just feed the sheep and goats as I need to. That's bale number 8. And I think since we know we're going to go at least 3 more rows, we'll go ahead and do a little bit of this headland just to get rid of it, so we're not having to worry about it later. And we'll do the same on the other end when we get done here. I just don't want to drop any bales up here because it's going to block our forage wagon. So let's go down. We're at 8 bales. Alright, we'll go ahead and back up. Start down this row. That's bale number 9. Bale number 10. Bale number 11. There's 12. So we're going to go ahead and get to about right up here in this headland. Do what? Alright, so it's 13, so 7 more bales. Looks like it's going to about half the field that we'll need to do for bales. And then we won't do it every single time. We'll just bale when we need to. Goats and sheep don't require as much food as cows do, so alright, so just 4 more bales after this, and then we can go get our bale trailer, which we're going to go ahead and purchase. Let's go ahead and get that done. So transport, we're going to buy, this one holds 24 bales, so it's perfect. And we want auto load, standard. Does it do? It does do 180 centimeter. That's what I was hoping for. So we'll just go ahead and buy that just like it is. That's perfect because it'll hold 24 bales. So, and we're only going to be doing 20 at a time. So we can just store the bales in the trailer and take them off, feed our animals as we need to. Alright, so 4 more bales to go. Then we'll go get that trailer. This row should complete our last 2 bales. This will be the last one. Alright, let's go ahead and cut this off. Go drop that off. We'll go pick up our bale trailer to get these bales off the field. And then we will go ahead and get our forage wagon and start picking up this grass. Alright, we're just going to park this right over here. Let's go get that trailer. And it looks like our harvester is done. So when we get the bales picked up, we will empty our harvester, change out the headers, and start harvesting the corn. Like I said, I'll get all the other farm work done off camera because it's probably another hour and a half worth of work, and we're not going to be streaming another hour and a half. So we'll be streaming probably about another 40 minutes or so. So we should be able to get at least the grass field done. Now whenever we get done with this, I am going to go ahead and set a worker to fertilizing the grass field, because it doesn't matter if the grass has been picked up or not. We can go ahead and get the fertilizing done. That way, when we get through picking up the grass, it'll be completely finished and ready to move on to the other fields. Like I said, I don't know how much of that will get done in the stream. We'll do as much as we can. But this is a new part of the game for us as far as this series goes. The first time we've done our grass field. So we just purchased it back in August and got it planted and everything. And we harvested 127,000 liters of sorghum out of that field. Now, I don't know how much grass we're getting these. It'll tell us how much we got off the baling. Once we get them all picked up, it should tell us how many liters are on here. But let's go ahead and get this trailer. I like this little trailer. I've used this one a lot for Alright, now we need to put it in operating position for it to be able to pick up the bales. So we'll get down here, we'll pick up our bales. And we'll just leave them on the trailer for now. Train's gone, we'll just go over the track. Let's go get our bales picked up. Alright, bales are done. Let's go ahead and put it into transporting position. And we are going to park this right about here. And just leave it for now. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our harvester and get it emptied into our production. We got 55,000 liters a week, so pretty good. Now we're going to top our little production here off first. How much it's going to hold. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll put the rest in here, which we'll need to go back around for. Let's go ahead and swap our header so when we empty we can get started on that cornfield. get our fertilizer spreader. Let him be fertilizing the grass field while we're gonna start picking up the grass with our forage wagon. Alright, let's go and go get the forage wagon. So I'm curious as to see how much grass we get off of half the field. Well, it's a little bit more than half, but I didn't check the liters of the bales. I forgot to look. But, let's go ahead and get over here, and we're gonna go ahead and mop up this headland, and then we'll get the other one when we get back to the top. Alright, we can cut that off now. That didn't work. Now we're getting the grass. What? About 30 more minutes. All right. Looks like we're going to get a decent amount of gas because we're already at 70,000 liters. So, with just 3 rows and the 2 half headlands, so yeah, we should get pretty close to a full trailer, I'm thinking. Which means we'll get about a trailer and a half if we're not baling any. But those bales are 7,500 liter bales, so they should last us a while for feeding sheep and goats. So we are gonna, like I said, we'll definitely be getting a goating or a cow barn and getting cows put in it, and possibly the goat pen with goats in, and then getting our dairy production down, which is probably going to go on the corner of this area. But we'll be doing all that next stream, which will be in the month of December. Like I said, we should have around 500,000-ish. We'll just say between 400 and 500,000 after we sell all our products. And that should give us enough to do what we want to do as far as the goat enclosure and the cow barn. Get over just a hair. But I've got a lot of work to do off camera to get everything ready to move on to December, because we still got to pick up all our straw, and we have to repurpose those other fields, get them replanted. Look at what was on sale this month. Let's see here. Yeah, that tractor, if it was a 225 or more horsepower, I would probably get that tractor. But we really don't want anything less than that. We don't really need a 4th tractor right now. We will eventually. We'll need actually 3 more tractors total. To be able to not have to drive all over the map once we get all the different land purchased. But we got a while before we really need another one. We're okay with the 3 that we have. Looks like he is almost done with the corn there. We're at 150,000, so we've got a little bit over 100,000 left, like about 110,000 left we can put in here. Let's go ahead and play another song. Play our other New Year's song.
Zoom, zoom, and thank you. Coach 543 in London, kid from across the pond. Zach, Menger, Ivy, and Janet been always respawn. Ellie and Dragno both be hitting those buttons. Christ, Christie, and Meteor are eating that mutton. Nuss, One with Mito and Bess and Tello are great. Ghost Pet Shop and Casper will keep you awake. John D and Alan Wood are bad and clean up. Some of the others help me rising above. 2026. Keeping it real. All the supporters to your rock, it's a big deal. Subs keep on climbing and the members too. All I wanna do is a zoom, zoom, and thank you. The Bengal Tiger is ready to roar. Gaming with Jamie is ready to soar. Vinci Gaming is about to be flipping. Rogue Rabbit and the Daily Yak be straight whipping. Cans alone always good for really big laughs. Having Shorty, my friend, moderating on my behalf. Lit back gaming and farm truck are real good fun. Class C and C's whimsy realm, the story has begun. 2026 and we're keeping it real. All the supporters to your rock, it's a big deal. Subs keep on climbing and the members too. All I wanna do is a zoom, zoom, and thank you. Should be driving Beamers. Treasy and Lily Pad modding and playing with gusto. And Doctor and Compatness, they're always feeling the flow. Too many people who have given support, always helping out to build the report. Your rock plays gaming is very, very thankful. And Pamela Everett always makes us heart full. 2026 and we're keeping it real. All the supporters to your rock, it's a big deal. Subs keep on climbing and the members too. Do is a zoom, zoom, and thank you. Let's get this grass done. I don't know if we'll be able to get all this in one trailer or not. It may be more than a whole trailer load. We'll see. Which is a good problem to have.
So this means we can make lots of TMR. Like I said, we are going to eventually have 3 barns of cows and 3 barns of buffalo. So I would like to go ahead and get both of them in, but we're going to start with cows. If we can get that and the goat and another barn in for buffalo, we may do that as well. The sheep we will do after that, and then I will work on getting another chicken house or 2 in, so we can keep our egg production up for our production buildings. Good night, Mama Wolf. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Means a lot. You have a great night, and I hope to see you in another stream later on. You have a good night. Yep, we're definitely going to have to come back and pick up the last couple of rows, it looks like. But that is okay. It just means more food for cows. Let's go drop this off. We'll come back and get those last 3. And then we can start picking up straw. Alright, he's done fertilizing that field, so let's be dropping this off. Let's go ahead and get him fertilizing the cornfield. Shouldn't take him but a minute, but at least we'll have that done. The first stage anyway. All right. Now let's see where that puts us in our fermenting silo. Our mineral feed's doing pretty good. So we have about, 259,000. I did put a little bit of grass in there from a delivery contract that I did. I bought way too much. I wasn't paying attention when I was filling my trailer. So we did have some already in there, but we'll be just fine on that. So it ain't gonna hurt us to have extra. So all right, let's go ahead and get this cut back on. We got 3 more rows to get. So looks like they're going pretty close to 300,000 liters that we got off a little over half this field. So probably 450,000 liters total. That we'll be getting off this field if we just pick up grass instead of baling. Like I said, we're only going to bale when we need it. When I get down to about 5 bales, the next time we cut grass, we'll bale. Or 4, we'll say 4 bales, because that will hold 24 on the trailer. So when we get down to 4 bales left on the trailer, the next time we cut grass, we'll bale. So we won't run out of food for the sheep and goats. And I just like, I mean, I don't have to do bales. I just like doing bales because I can keep track of how much it is. And I don't have to keep grass loose in a silo to go pick up to feed them. So it just makes it easier for me to be able to see how much we have. Because it's stacked on the trailer there. And alright, he's done fertilizing. And we can't do anything else with the, well, actually we could lime those fields. Now let's go ahead and get him liming. Go ahead and get him to lime the fields, because these do need limed. And he can lime them with the straw on here. It won't affect it. In real life it would, but not in the game. So we're not going to worry about it, since in the game it doesn't make a difference. But you can see we got a lot of products to sell, pretty much about the same every month, what we're getting now on products to sell. So we should be making between 150 and 200,000 a month off of products. I do need to cut down a few more trees up on our, above our 80, I think it's 83 up there. So we can put in some chicken houses up there behind that factory, and those chicken houses are going to feed that factory because it needs more eggs than the other one. So our one chicken house here on the farm will take care of that that particular thing. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure he's on headlands, and let's let him go, and we'll get back to picking up our grass, and then we'll start picking up straw until the end of the video, our stream. We've got about 10 more minutes, so we'll get some of the straw. We'll probably get the cornfield done and get started on the wheat field, as far as picking up straw. Now we're going to sell the straw this time because we have 2 times as much straw as we have grass right now, so we don't really need the straw for our building. So we're just going to sell it just to make a little extra cash. And like I said, off camera, I will be selling all the products that you saw there, and then also get the rest of the fields done, those 2 fields replanted and all that, and finish picking up, you know, the straw that we're going to be starting on here in a sec. But yeah, it looks like, so 260,000 plus another 50-ish thousand, 52, maybe 53,000 here. Probably going to be closer to 50 than anything. Well, it's going to go over 50, I guess. So well over 300,000, just off a little over half the field. So I think we'd probably get about 400 to 450,000 liters just harvesting this one field. Like I said, minus the bales. But the bales, that was 20 bales at 7,500 liters, so, you know, that's what, 155,000 liters-ish, give or take. So yeah, about 450,000 liters that we get off of the field. Let's go ahead and drop our grass off here. And we shall be producing lots of TMR. We should have a decent amount of TMR already, yeah. We got enough to feed all of our barns if we had them, so. Alright, we'll go ahead and start picking up the straw off this field that he's liming. then we will, like I said, whatever we don't get done in the next few minutes, I'll get done off camera. Get these fields replanted. And we're going to plant, I think what I'm going to do is just plant corn here back where we had it, and replant that field in wheat over there. Now when we buy field 10, that one's going to be split into 3 parts. A small part for production, if we choose. I'm going to concrete in that little bitty part down there, and then I'm going to split the field in 2 and make 2 fields out of it. So we'll have 2 different crops we can plant there. So we'll be doing soybeans and sunflowers there, or I may do soybeans and another cornfield. I think corn would probably be better. We get enough sunflower oil. We're not using it for anything yet, and so we're just selling it right now. So the sunflower oil we may hold on to if we decide to put in the potato chip factory. We may just let the sunflower oil come from our greenhouses, or sunflowers come from our greenhouses. Corn we need a lot more because we have the popcorn factory. We also need it to make honey, and we're going to need it for the fish farm that we plan on getting in as well. So, because I've never done the fish farm, so I want to see how it does. And it's a really cheap production, and it just takes corn, mineral feed, and wheat, I think, to feed the fish. So, and we have all 3 of those in production. So I think corn would be a better crop for us to plant than sunflowers because it's going to be used in multiple buildings. Let's go ahead and get this top back off with lime, because that field over there is probably going to take more than a tank's worth. Actually, no, we'll just let him empty, and then we'll fill it up. That way we know he'll get done with it. Just go ahead and let him start liming this field. Alright, here we go. You get going. So we're getting... Alright, cool. We're getting progress made here. We just gotta fertilize again both fields, and then we have to plow and plant once he gets done liming. But we'll get the cornfield done at least, and then we'll get started on that wheat field, picking up the straw there. I think we're gonna play one more song as we're getting close to the end, and when that song's done, we will be done for the night. I'm gonna play the song that I wrote for all the people who support me, but this one's mainly for my wife. So I'm gonna play that one for you.
Resides here on YouTube. He's not a pro gamer, he's kind of a noob. He has lots of fun streaming to his viewers, that's a fact. Hope you are doing well as you watch this mold hack. Gaming brings him joy, as for all his life. Lots of different games he plays on this beautiful quest. He's not a pro gamer, he's kind of a noob. He has lots of fun streaming to his viewers, that's a fact. Hope you are doing well as you watch this mold hack. Gaming brings him joy, has for all his life. Only thing that's better is spending time with his wife.
All right. That is going to be where we leave the stream for tonight, guys. I do appreciate y'all being here with me. And again, thanks to you, Dreas, for rating and for bringing your viewers over. And Mama Wolf, thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate everybody. Thank you, Pam, for joining in. And I love you very much. You are my life. You are my love and my wife. Y'all have a great night.